Hello, welcome to the stream. All these jobs are separate videos, but this is the start of the next stream for anyone who's watching these on YouTube, I guess. And I'll hopefully remember to say goodbye at the end of each job, because, you know. Anyway, Mako Energy Exhibit. Right. I think I read this last time, but I'll read it again, because I'm not I can't remember if I cut it off or not, so I'll read it anyway. Hello once again. I trust you've been able to take in some of the city since we were last in touch. Sorry to pull you away from your vacation, but we have another job lined up for you. The nature of this task, however, demands a great deal more discretion than the first we had you perform. Of course, it also means you'll be compensated handsomely for your troubles. One of the specimens from Professor Hojo's laboratory escaped, or laboratory, whichever, and made its way to the 60th floor. It was eventually captured in the Mako Energy Exhibit, but it refused to go quietly. And the place is coated in a thick layer of biological ooze. While we entrusted the floor and walls to our security team, I insisted someone with a more skilled touch handle the exhibit itself. Signed, Reeve. My skilled hands are busy. You do it. It says resume job, but we haven't started. Hey, Neo. Ah, there we go. White noise. We've actually got some sound on the stream. Cool. Alright. Oh, right. I checked. Do you remember last time when I jumped the gun a little bit and said you have to listen out sometimes during jobs? This is the job where you have to listen for something. I'm not going to say what it is or when, but it'll be obvious when it happens, because I think it gets mentioned. It's not, without spoiling it, it happens, and then the text message mentions it happening, so yeah. Glad to have you in the Shinra building again. We'll do this the same when we did last time. I'll read them out, and then, you know. Even though I might not be able to, I might not even be where I am today without the company's stunning advancements in Mako harvesting technology, I have rarely visited this exhibit, and I believe I finally understand why. It forces me to come face to face with the fact that what this city has become is no longer what I hoped it would be. Yeah, so there's an interesting thing there. I'll see if he says any more. A terrible darkness has settled over Midgar, and who knows when it will lift, but I digress. Alright. Yeah, because if you remember, you go, Reeves the one concerned, and he's not the government man. He's the one that ended up being Kate Sith, of course, as we found out. So that'll be why he's less into the government stuff than the rest of them. Spoilers for Final Fantasy VII, but, you know, if you're watching this channel, you've already seen it. Right. Now, the trick here is to... Oh, no, wrong button. What's the button to... I'm trying to remember the controls again. Okay, it's right here. Okay. Okay, so the trick is to try and get all the green shit on the outside, because it's usually one of the last things you end up leaving. You spend ages trying to work out where the bit you've missed is, and it's actually the stuff on the outside, because as you might imagine, you spend 90% of the job standing on top of it. So, yeah. Might be easier to use the yellow one for this, because it's there's not that much of it, I suppose. I think there is one bit of each one you can do from the outside. I just forget what bit it is, so if we're missing it, then I'll have to come back later, but... I don't know, it looks like we've got it. I don't know, because I think this bit counts as part of it, so until you get that, you can't complete it anyway. This goes without saying, I suppose, but I don't really have a lot to say during this. I mean, it's kind of relaxing, but if anyone has anything they want to ask, then feel free, I guess. Oh, I have got oh yeah, okay, those are the bits you can do from the outside then, the little dividers. Okay, I knew there was something on the outside you could do totally from out here, and them apparently. Huh. Oh, there's a bit on top. Okay. All right. Yeah, so the other bit to miss as well is by ducking and then seeing that bit. Plus the fact that there's a lot of bits you have to go to both sides of because it sticks to, well, both sides. I keep forgetting to send you more sub-badge weapons. That's alright. Well, I mean, we're not in a hurry for them, and you know, you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart, so yeah. I appreciate it though, I really do. Yakobu improving the stream for everyone involved. Not a great song, but it does annoy me that those don't apply automatically though, and people have to go into menus and stuff to apply them, because you know for a fact most people are never going to bother, and I have to constantly tell people when we get new ones, oh, you've got to change it, you've got to change it. It's like, I wish it was just automatic, so people could see them instantly, you know, without me having to tell them, but there you go. You gave me a little emote story about him being happy about that song, there we go. Got me to get the under bits. As I say, worth getting all the outside stuff so we don't have to keep jumping in and out to get them. See, bits like that you'll miss. I mean, inevitably, we'll miss something out here and have to come out anyway, but don't know why I thought of this. That you know, the song "The Conga." Do do do. Come on and do you go boo. Do do do. I don't know why I thought of that. Like the Kobu is the name of a dance of some kind. I know when I said I was doing this before, Orb said he'd get Red Dwarf questions ready just for something for me to talk about, but last time he was a bit busy, I think, so I don't know if he'll have done it, but no, well, he won't have done, will he? But I don't know if he'll be able to think of any, at least. He only turns up later on, inevitably. We'll see. Get that? Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that... okay. That or a weird scenario people are lining up for you. Yeah, like Ricky's idea of putting Pilkey in a little cave and then having people ask him questions. I imagine you in a sort of Santa's grotto type situation. You can only offer sage advice, and that advice is have it with time. Sage advice. Ha. I'm the Chocobo Sage. Why do they call you that? I couldn't stop thinking about that the other day. So stupid. Give me a sec. Ah, tea bag. I mean, literally, it is a tea bag. I'm putting it on my eye. Right. I've got some new ones. I noticed the other day I was covered in little black bits, and I tried to wipe them off me and just smeared them further on. It turned out one of the tea bags I was holding on my face had burst, and I'd smeared it all over my fucking face. And it was all it was all like on my chest and on my legs and stuff. Like, oh, okay, great. At least it smelled nice. Right. I'll have to do that every so often. Stops me from rubbing my eyes. Rubbing my eyes just makes it worse. So I'm trying to avoid doing it if I can. Sort of like that, the army man who's toilet paper, yeah, put 2 fingers through it. I wipe the shit on my face, and... Oh dear. Hey Catatonia. Yeah, I put the fingers through it, and then and then pull the news... Oh. Text message. Allow me to explain the general layout of Midgar. As you may have noticed, it is divided into 8 sectors, each powered by its own Mako reactor, and at the very centre of the city stands the Shinra building. That's what we're in now. But as the city's design is predicated on the use of Mako, perhaps I should explain what that is first. Oh, okay, that was the end of the text message apparently. I guess the next text message will be explaining what Mako is. I don't really remember this, but... yeah, it's a lot easier to see where the sectors are once we've cleaned some of the shit off. Wonder if they'll show the aftermath of Sector 7 in this model. I don't think so, because it's based on the one in the Shinra Tower in Final Fantasy 7, which of course was built long before Sector 7 got crushed. So my assumption is no. We could go, after we've done the outside, I'll go find Sector 7. The only sector that isn't built, I think, is Sector 6, because that wasn't finished by the time Final Fantasy 7 started. And that's why there's that big bridge that goes off into the middle of nowhere where you escape Midgar. Maybe so, but this is Power Wash Simulator. Anything could happen. Yes. Oh, a lot of the jobs in this have gnomes hidden in them. None of the Final Fantasy ones have gnomes hidden. Just thought I'd mention that. Not that you'd know to look for them if you didn't know. Weird little pipes and that. Okay, we're finally nearing the end of the outside bit. See, that's like nearly 30% already. We haven't even stood on the bloody model yet. Well, we have, but we haven't stood on it to clean it. So it shows you how much you can miss by not, you know, just on the outside. Okay. And that's probably about as good as that's going to get. Alright, okay. Now let's do all the outside bit. Did we get that divide? Yeah. Oh, I saw Orb got up to the bit in Dave the Diver where Ichiban from Yakuza turns up, so that's fun. I'll have to ask him if that was good or not. Oh, the other thing, you know they said about Hojo's experiment that escaped from another floor. The one they're talking about that made this model messy in the first place is, I think, I can't remember what it's called, but it's, you know, the one that appears with the three little things in front of it. The one that comes up in the lift when you have to rescue Ares, that one. I think that's the one they're referring to. Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver is a game about a salvage diver. I've not played it, so I can't really give you any more than that. I have bought it, but yeah. Oh, we were going to find Sector 7, weren't we? Well, there we go, Sector 7. So, no, it hasn't collapsed. There you go. Yeah. Orb's been playing it a lot and says it's really good. It's you get it's this little fat diver guy, and you I don't really know. You sort of find stuff diving, and then you can sell it and make things. I think I'm not really sure. I'm not really a good person to ask about that, really. Maybe we can ask Orb when he turns up. Homer works in Sector 7G, yes. One of the drones from Sector 7G. Yeah, see? So you know when you leave Midgar for the first time and you're parked up on that highway that isn't finished? I think that's what this is. So if you look, it's like the basis for the next part of the plate. And then there's nothing here. So I think this is the bit where we came out, and then this is where you escape along there. I think. Yeah, I'd have thought so. Right. Yeah, so when you clean each bit, you have to stand both sides of it, because a lot of the little sort of, well, I suppose they're buildings really, aren't they? They have dirt on every side, so you'd have to check them like that. Miko is a substance that flows over the under the surface of the planet. So he's now telling us what Mako is. Our skilled engineers have learned how to convert this substance into electricity, which in turn has greatly raised the people's standard of living. Because they were all using coal before, I think. Or at least coral was. I had hoped this innovation would allow Midgar to become a veritable utopia. Unfortunately, wherever there is progress, there are setbacks. No. Indeed there are. Where does Sector 5 end? There, okay. Thank you for the hydrate, I just did, funnily enough. There you go. That's the outskirts done. I think we'll stick to the outskirts for now. I haven't had PS Plus for months. Oh, sorry, I didn't read out Neo's message, did I? Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is now free to download on Game Catalog Plus. Yeah. It's that misnomer, isn't it? These games are free if you pay for this service. Okay. Not free then, but sure. Not that I'm having to go at you for saying that, it's just the humour of it. When people try and sell you on the idea that they get games for free, it's like, but you paid for it. Yeah, but nowhere near as much as the game would have cost if I bought it properly. Right, so not free then. If you paid 1p for it, it's not free. And I would argue if you've had to pay access to a service to download it, it's not free either, but there you go. I haven't had PS Plus in months, says Catatonia. I think, well, I had it when it was free for so every so often you get it free for a couple of days. Now that, if you download a game and play it within those 2 days, that's free. But, yeah, I think it's aimed at people who want to play games, and that sounds ridiculous, but I mean, they are happy just to play anything. Doesn't really matter what it is, they'll just play it because it's on PS Plus. And if it goes off PS Plus halfway through and playing it, they're not bothered. They go, well, I was really enjoying that, but it's not free anymore, so I won't bother. And I don't know, I just can't play games like that. I have Spotify because I use it so much. Amazon Prime. Yeah, if you have a lot of stuff delivered, I could see Amazon Prime being worth it. Spotify, I've got no idea. I only really use it to listen to a couple of podcasts, and even then, most of those are on other things anyway. YouTube and whatnot. That was Sector 3, yeah, so we're going through the sectors again. I'm old, hence I prefer to buy one game and play that. Yeah, pretty much. I only play 2 or 3 games at a time, if that. At the moment, I'm playing, well, this. Yakuza 0 on Steam. And, that's about it, I think. I was playing I keep saying this because I was playing it like over a year ago at this point. I was trying to play through all the Spider-Man games, and I did the PS1 one. The trouble is that it involves me having to plug in a different console to play it, and most of the time I can't be bothered. It's utter laziness, but I need to get back to that at some point because I never actually finished it. I got up as far as I forget what the boss was now. But I think the second to last one or something. So I was pretty close to finishing it, I think. The first Spider-Man one on PS1, I mean. Venom or Carnage, yeah. So it'll be whichever one comes first, because I haven't done either of them. I think I had a couple of goes at whoever the first one was, and didn't actually do it because I don't think I worked out how to do it because I was trying to trying to beat the bosses, working it out without looking up how to do it. Be happy if I could go back in time and relive the PS1 generation. Modern game Triple H pissed me off. To be fair, those games still exist. You could just play them. I know what you mean, but Octo Carnage. I have no idea. I think Yakobi's right though. Some of the bosses in that are really tough. Was it the one we have to save MJ while Venom floods a room? From what I remember, there's a room and there's a big energy field inside it, and I'm fighting Carnage, maybe. Yeah, it's hard to remember because it was over a year ago at this point. But from what I remember, there was like a big energy field in the middle of the room, and I was having to fight round it or something. That's the Carnage one. Okay, yeah. So that answers that. I vaguely remembered him being red. Yeah. Why do they call you that? But yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the red one or not. That's why I like calling Venom the Black Spider-Man. Yeah, what's the name of the Black Spider-Man? Miles Morales? No, Carnage, that one. Or the Venom, sorry. Carnage is red. He keeps saying, what colour do you bleed? Yeah, I think I had like 2 goes at it before I had to turn it off that one night. And I unplugged the PS3 to do something else and then literally never plugged it back in. So I should probably do that at some point. Because I want to play the others. Because there is one, there's a Spider-Man game on PS4 which isn't one of the Marvel ones. So that's interesting. So if I get that far, I'll play that at some point. Alright. I think we got all the outside bits. Oh, we didn't get this bit. There you go. Right. Amazing Spider-Man. I think so, yeah. Sounds about right. Spider-Man. Because that was one of those things where copies of what is it, Amazing Spider-Man 2, the price shot up, and people were buying it for like, you know, 60 quid or whatever, and it was really weird all of a sudden. It turned out, and this is genuinely the reason why, because it had the word Spider-Man 2 in it, people were buying it thinking it was Spider-Man 2. You know, oh, hold on. Oh. I'll tell you in a sec. Mark my words, I will complete my expressway project one day, as well as the restoration of Sector 6. That's the one with the broken, well, the uncompleted bit. All I want is to make life better for everyone in Midgar, especially those in the Undercity, which is why he felt guilt about being taken to death. Oh, great timing. Alright, I'll have to reread this in the other menu. Make life better for everyone in the Undercity. However, I've had to fight tooth and nail for every permit and scrap of funding. Trying to think how I get to it now. Yeah. Got to try and find where I was up to. Mako. Oh, there we go. All I want to do is make life better for Midgar, especially those in the Undercity. However, I had to fight tooth and nail for every permanent scrap of funding. Much as it pains me to say this, I fear the rest of Shinra may view Midgar's people in a different light. There you go. So yeah, him caring about the people in the Undercity fits with the whole Kate Sith thing, where he was worried when Midgar was going to be destroyed at the end of Final Fantasy VII. Hello, Mr. Green Fox. Joining the wash party. Hello. I forget what I was saying about 10 minutes ago before that text message thing and the mic thing happened, so... Oh yeah, funnily enough, I did remember. Yeah, people were buying Amazing Spider-Man 2, thinking it was Marvel Spider-Man 2. And it was towards Christmas, I think, so loads of people were buying it, thinking it was the right game. Yeah. Which is, I guess, well, it's kind of hilarious, I guess. Yeah, we're not trying to do a thorough clean here, we're just trying to clean enough of the outside so when we clean the inside it completes it. Those lights are tricky sometimes, we'll have to see. Yeah, so this is Sector 6 here. Okay. Okay, so I got those lights. Okay, let's do the outside wall and the reactors and the lights then. I remember saying to Orb about that Dave the Diver thing. I said to him, is it just me, or when you read Dave the Diver in your head you hear, I can't remember who it's by, but that song Holy Diver. Holy Diver! And he said, only every time I read it, yeah. And I went, oh good, it's not just me. Oh dear. We've missed some somewhere. You can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. What's that? Also, hey Orb. Oh, little task for you, Orb. Can you explain to Yakobu what Dave the Diver is? Because he asked me earlier on and I realised I couldn't answer him. Because I haven't played it yet. Oh, that's from the song Holy Diver, right, okay. I don't know it well enough, sorry. Holy Diver, that's about the only bit I do know. I mentioned Ichiban was in Dave the Diver, that's why it came up. That's the thing. They already used that name because there was Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro on PS1, then Spider-Man the game based on the film, then Spider-Man 2. Yeah, there was the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Chronologically confusing. There's a video for James Rolfe there. I still remember that when he asked the question and everyone had a go at him, and it was like, well, he doesn't know. It's fine. Someone mentioned about one of the Spider-Man games. He went, "Oh, is that the one set in New York?" And people go, "Oh, they're all set in New York." And it was like, well, if he doesn't know, he doesn't know. Just say yes, and then tell him they're all set in New York. No, it's... I don't know. Just being annoyed at someone for not knowing a piece of information that they don't know. One of them set in the future. The future. Makes me think of that bit in Spider-Man 2 where you go to the Arctic for about 10 seconds. You go through that portal thing while you're chasing... I can't remember now. But you're chasing someone. They've got a teleport thing. Dave the Diver is a action, adventure, fishing, farming, beat-em-up tycoon game. There you go. Neo sums it up by saying some people are bellends. Yes. And Yakobu says Black Cat. Okay, it was chasing Black Cat then in that bit in Spider-Man. We went to the Arctic, yeah. Listen, listen. Right. Ooh. Right. Wait another 2% and we get text messages about it, I think. I completely forgot that was then. That made me jump slightly. Squeeze 1% more out of it. There we go. Did you hear that? It sounded like an explosion. Yeah, that's really, really cool world building, that is. The first time that happened, I remember thinking, oh, that's so cool. Because there's no noises like that in any other jobs in this game, I don't think. I've just received word about complications with Reactor 1. We'll go over why that's important in a minute. Please excuse me, but this issue requires my immediate attention. Yeah, so Reeve loves the city, but he's stuck in the middle because he doesn't like where the government's going, but he's part of it. So yeah, so that noise you just heard is the start of Final Fantasy 7. That's the reactor bombing that Avalanche do. So that's so cool. So this is happening at the same time as Final Fantasy 7, which is why when you get to this bit in Final Fantasy 7, this model is clean, I assume, because we washed it. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? That's probably the coolest moment of any job in this game. Because I honestly don't... even the ones that have... like, there's like a SpongeBob SquarePants one, Shrek, and all this sort of stuff. But, there's no, like, you know, they follow the... oh, the princess is going to be here and we have to clean this thing or whatever, right? But none of them... oh. Another explosion. Yeah, there was a lot of explosions when that reactor blew. Neo will be right back. Thank you for the clip. Yeah, I don't remember any time they try and build in story with sounds. So that's pretty cool. That's very cool. Because they didn't need to do that, but it's cool that they did. Right. If you thought this one was going to be big, the next one's going to be even bigger. Yeah, that was a line, wasn't it, when they blew up the reactor? Someone ate the Sprouts Mexican. Yes. Oh yeah, reminder to Orb, if you have any questions you want to throw out about like Red Dwarf or whatever, then let me know. Don't have to, but I just thought I'd offer. Hey Nia. See, in my memory, you could look out a window and see the explosion, but I think I'm imagining that. I don't think that's true. I think I'm thinking of a mix of this and Stray, maybe. Chase Mexican. Oh, as in Chase. Yeah, I was trying to think, what's that from? I was going to ask you, and then I just worked out Chase McCain from Lego City Undercover. Yeah, that's great fun, that game. It's like an explosion every time I finish another percent. I'm wondering if these explosions are supposed to be closer together, because we've been cleaning it sector by sector, it's taking us a while to get to each one. Sounds like cannon fire. Yeah, it does, when you hear distant cannon fire, yeah. In fact, depending on how they recorded the sound, that might be audio of cannon fire, despite the fact it's meant to be an explosion. Yes, Reeve's gone off to sort that. You busted, Reeve. I honestly don't remember if I knew there was a Final Fantasy 7 pack for this until I bought the game. And I looked through the DLC packs and went, oh brilliant, of all the things they could have. Doing a Metal Gear one, that'd be cool. Like clean Metal Gear X and, you know, some locations from Psycho Mantis's office or office and, you know, things like that. About the Red Dwarf thing, I would, but I'm exhausted, man. Puppy got taken into the emergency vest last night, so slept about an hour. Sorry to hear about that, man. Yeah, I really didn't sleep much last night either. Completely different reasons, but, you know. I'm just not very well at the moment, so... More explosions. Tempted to get a remake for Switch 2. Yeah, he had to reeve quicker. The Vice President. Yeah, because technically part of the no wait, the reactors are on the outskirts, aren't they? So we're in here. And we're hearing, wait, 5, 6, 7. So we're hearing that explode. Oh no, Sector 1. Sorry, no, 7's the one we do later, isn't it? So 1 we'd be hearing 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so we're hearing that one explode from somewhere in there. Yeah, he had to reeve quicker. Dr. Shakamoto does his thing. I'm gonna leave this small town shit. I'll go somewhere big city like Reeds. More explosion. Eats, shoots and reaves. Nice. I think my mum's got that book somewhere. See, and you go to the side and you can see all the bits from this angle. Okay, so we've just got the main tower to do. Now this is tricky because there's loads of little bits, look. But you just spray at random and you'll get it all eventually. Reeves and Mortimer, yeah. More explosion. Yeah, I think normally we get a text message at 90%, but now if you notice, because we're getting more percent closer together here, every time we go up a percent there's another explosion. Oh, were you making whiskey? No. Yeah, the explosion noises. Hello, Dean. You are a stupid head. Homer, is that you? Ah! Yeah, so I think my strategy here is go around the tower a small amount at a time and just clean all the stuff you can see and then move a small amount again. Probably the easiest way to do it. You'll slowly get the side of everything. Yeah, see, we're getting everything now. Ding, 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 ding. Have a little look at Shinra Tower. There we go, we can see the logo there. Ding 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 ding. Yeah. That's what this game's all about. It's all about the dings. The ding's the thing. Xenocrisis Physical is coming to PS4, 5, Switch and Xbox in June. I've seen that, it looks really cool. It's not the sort of game I'd buy, because I wouldn't get it, I wouldn't be any good at it, but it does look impressive. I think I played the Mega Drive version, which, you know, because it's a modern Mega Drive game, so... get all the lights. Same people who kind of did T2D Terminator something. Even has an N64 port, blimey, does it? Wow. Terminator 2D, right, okay. That's right. In the movie, I play Sarah Connor. Okay. Interesting, we missed some in Sector 0. Sector 0, narrow towers and spotlights. Okay. By the way, is it just me that didn't realise... Yeah, shouldn't that be Sector... I know that's Sector 8. Did I read that wrong? But it does say Sector 0, doesn't it? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference between 8s and 0s. Huh. I'm not sure what they mean by Sector 0 then. Base floor inner section. Okay, so it's going to be one of the joining bits, isn't it? I don't know which one, but we'll see. I'll find Sector 0 after this. I might highlight one of them and see if it tells me where it is. It's this one, okay. Oh yeah, this is the one that's easy to miss because there's a gap underneath. I remember this now. Yeah, that's going to be my plan, highlight a bit just so I can tell where it is. Sector 0. Oh, Sector 0 is the middle bit, isn't it? It's the upper plate. Yeah, look, it's that tiny little bit there. Okay. So Sector 0 is the whole middle bit, right, okay. And then 2 of the spotlights, right, okay. Okay, it's that one. Alright, we're finished with this job when we do this one then. Really? Never knew that until now. What, that Sector 0 is the middle bit? Yeah. There you go. Nice. Watch the speed clean on this one. Speed clean! This looks really cool when you speed it up. Nice. Alright. Public security believes the incident at Reactor 1 was the work of the eco-terrorist known as Avalanche. I can't imagine why anyone would endanger the lives of their fellow citizens, least of all those who claim to respect all life. But conversely, perhaps Shinra needs to ask itself where its fault in all this lies. So this is why Reeve is an interesting character. Forgive me, this isn't your problem. Instead, let me congratulate you on another job well done. It's always a pleasure working with you. I wish you the best luck in your future endeavours. Which is a thing that WWE used to say to wrestlers when they were released. To the point where being fired from WWE was termed at one point being future endeavoured. Oh, spam bot. And it's gone. It was almost a perfect spiral. Yeah, that's kind of why I cleaned it like that. So when you speed it up at the end, you see it go and sort of suck up to the middle. Alright.